After getting thoroughly roasted out on these streets and being scared of my life because I think I'm gonna get jumped by the anime community, I wrote a very thorough explanation as to why I think that Hero Academia is not as good as people think. And I think I should have done that in the first place, but I thought this would be too boring, and I thought you guys wouldn't want to watch it. So, in a very more calm, just how would I say this? Thoughtful setting. I'll be telling you guys why I think it's not that good. So I actually rewatched the whole thing from season 1 to now, and the beginning. This is what I thought about the beginning, because off the top of my head, not the top of my head, through the episodes that I watched, the beginning, the first 4 episodes were actually pretty good. The soundtrack plus the opening made the show an 8 out of 10. I really thought it was an 8 out of 10, and I was really excited about it because of the first 4 episodes. Along with the narrator being Midoriya, it made a really solid and intriguing story, and I thought in the beginning the downside of that was when Bakugo was like being kind of extra. His character was a little bit too like drawn out, and like it was a little bit too much. He was too loud. He was like Black Clover. He was like the main character of Black Clover, always just screaming. But I got over it because Midoriya made the anime in the beginning, and I thought that was really, like, his story was really sad and really intriguing. And I thought that Boku no Hero introduced All Might's weakness really well, and it gave another thumbs up to the anime. All Might met Midoriya in an alleyway when he was getting jumped by a villain, and he helped him out. And then we realized that All Might had an injury, and I thought that was really amazing how they did that, and it was really good. And because of Midoriya's wimpiness, the beginning was made because of Midoriya's wimpiness and his emotion. The emotion he made you feel, like how he cried, and how he made you feel like just passionate about him. You were on Midoriya's side. And whenever he did something heroic, like whenever he tried to save Bakugo from the villain in the beginning, it was super amazing. Because he was wimpy and he tried to do a heroic act and he had no power. So it was super amazing. Even All Might was moved by that, and I thought it was amazing. I thought it was amazing. I thought the first couple of episodes were completely amazing. They were good. They were good episodes. But unfortunately, this anime expanded its world, and it expanded its characters. And once Midoriya reached high school, UA, once he when he applied for UA, and he went through the hero program, and he was fighting the monster, when he punched that big robot, I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was good. But when the characters were done with all the hype of the UA, like, fighting and everything, and they were in class talking, you can look at this. Just look at the clips from them being in class and talking. It is so bad. The characters can't have any dialogue with each other without it being cringy. When Midoriya thinks for himself inside his brain and thinks about how he's gonna beat this, or thinks about how he's gonna win, every fight where Midoriya thinks it through and tries to follow it up, I think it's amazing. I think Midoriya focusing on the fights and trying to figure his own unique way to get through situations, I think that's really, really, really good. But during non-fighting scenes, when they're just out and about in the classroom talking, I feel like that just brings the anime down too much. Way too much. It's part of the anime. The non-fighting scenes are part of the anime. So you can't have really good fighting scenes and then the rest of the episode, when they're just in the class chilling, talking to each other, it's just really bad. It's really, really bad. You guys, I watched this recently, like, before doing this episode. I went back, I was like, maybe I'm just whack. Maybe I didn't look at this anime thoroughly enough. So I went back and watched this, and it's the same. Like, the in-character dialogue doesn't get any better. It brought it down. It brought the first season down so much. Even though there were, like, really, really good moments. Like Midoriya putting the mines on top of a piece of metal, putting the mines on top of a piece of metal, and blowing himself up into the air to project himself outwards. That was the Midoriya that needs to stay. That was the Midoriya that needs to keep this anime alive. And that's why I fell in love with this anime, and that's why I think this anime isn't as good anymore, because it doesn't focus on Midoriya like that. Whenever they try to focus on other characters, it just becomes kind of bad. And any of the side characters, I feel like they were really not that good. The guy with the balls on his head, Urara-chan, they were trying to make her have a little bit of a character by her calling her parents and saying, "Mom, Dad, I made it to UA," or I fought Bakugo, and I can help the construction company or whatever. And I think that was okay. But when she's talking to Midoriya, or that whole kind of trying to little love thing between them, it doesn't make it any better. They would do better without that. And the other character, Todoroki, he was cool in the beginning, in my opinion. In my opinion, he was cool in the beginning. He was silent, quiet. You didn't really know anything about him. He was really just a really quiet, chill character in the anime. And then once the anime moved forward and they went into the tournament arc, and his character was they were trying to explore his character, I feel like that just didn't work. The whole daddy issues and him and his mom trying to like make him a better character. It was okay, but I feel like it was irrelevant. It didn't make him any better of a character, and it just made me. It made his image be tainted, because they could have done it a lot better too, but even after, they didn't really bring it up at all. I think they didn't have any reason to bring it up. That's true, but I feel like if you're gonna do something in the beginning, why not make it relevant throughout the anime? If they had made him not talk as much, like Tokoyami the bird, he doesn't talk as much, and he just stays quiet, and he's cool. He's a good character. In my opinion, I think they haven't explored his character yet, but his shadow, Dark Shadow, I think that's cool. I think that he's a quiet character. He's good. He's a good character because he's quiet, basically. And I mean, hate me for that, but he's a good character because he's quiet. And Todoroki became a worse character because they try to exploit his character in a wrong way. And the tournament arc. The tournament arc, I need to explain that better. The tournament arc was good. I like the fighting, and I honestly think that the fight scene between Midoriya and Todoroki was one of the best fight scenes I've ever seen in my life. But even during the tournament arc, watch it back. I even read the manga. The manga during the tournament arc, there was no unnecessary cutscenes between characters. Because Urara-chan kept saying, "Oh my gosh, is Deku gonna be okay?" Or the loud speakerphone guy kept trying to commentate, or the only person that commentated and it wasn't bad was the guy with the wrapping on his head. I'll put a picture up there. He commentated and it wasn't bad, but all the other characters, it just made the anime worse. I remember Hunter x Hunter when he was fighting Hisoka. And that fight was really good because nobody did any extra talking, and it was just focused on the characters and the fight and the moment. It was focused on the moment, and they just destroyed so many of the tension by spewing out other characters' thoughts. Just little things like that. It's very little, but little things like that just get annoying when it's a lot. And you can rewatch it. It's a lot that a lot of characters just need to shut up and let the anime be the anime. And it just makes it go down, just down a level. You can't be comparing this anime to Hunter x Hunter, or to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, or to even to Hitman Reborn. Hitman Reborn wasn't that great, but nothing like this, that triggered me just happened. Nothing like this really just happened. So, my other point was Hero Killer Stain. I made a joke that Hero Killer Stain looked like a rat. I still think he looks like a rat, but let me just dig deeper into it. They were trying to explore Lita's character in the anime, and they were trying to say that Hero Killer Stain was killed Lita's brother, or hurt Lita's brother. First of all, he only hurt Lita's brother. Lita was about to die to try to redeem his brother, even though his brother didn't even die in the first place. Hero Killer Stain ended up being this kind of lame, he wasn't as cool as I thought he would have been. They tried to make him look really cool. Even he doesn't even have to look cool. His lines and his character just need to be good. And I didn't think it was as good as they intended it to be. I rewatched the fight scene between Hero Killer Stain and Todoroki, Midoriya, and Lita, and honestly, I wasn't really impressed. I thought the fighting was pretty good. His ability was okay. He could lick the blood off of people, and they'd stop for a second. But I really thought it was just okay. The fighting scene itself, it was pretty good. But Hero Killer Stain, they made him seem like he was gonna be the villain that saves the anime itself, and honestly, he didn't save the anime. He didn't make the anime any better. The only thing that could make this anime better, or the thing that makes this anime good, that they need to keep sticking onto so that it doesn't become anything worse than like it is now, is Midoriya thinking for himself in battle situations and less cringy dialogue. Because when Midoriya was training with the grandpa, and they were just chilling, training, it wasn't bad. I loved that. When he was training with the old man, I loved that. I loved how he figured out his power more. I loved how they explored even his personality more. They need to do more of that. They don't need to do any more of Hero Killer Stain or any of those kind of bad guys that are just like, ugh. A bad guy done right is Hisoka again. A bad guy done right is King. King was a bad guy done right. He was a bad and a good guy. A bad guy done right. JoJo, Dio from JoJo, a bad guy, Kira from JoJo. That's a bad guy done right in a shonen type situation. And I feel like Hero Killer Stain, he didn't make the anime any better. He just made me mad because he was supposed to be really, really good. But third season, honestly, I think the third season isn't all that great. Let me tell you why. Because at this point I was gonna quit the anime, but I decided not to, and because my sister told me it wasn't that bad, and like I had really low standards, but even the first character interactions in the beginning made me kind of like cringe. And the thing that made me the most angry was Kota in the beginning of the third season. Kota, the little boy that hated heroes because his family died because of heroes. Things like that. Don't tell me things like that aren't cringy. Things like that are so cringy. When Kota's just being a baby and telling, like, okay, maybe it's because you guys haven't watched a lot of anime like me. I've watched so much anime, and I've seen stuff like that be done right. If I can think of a situation like that, I can't right now. But situations like that can be done right. But in this case, it's not done right. Kota if he was, the only reason why I say Kota was necessary was during the fight with Midoriya and the big muscle man. And Midoriya punched him through because he found the will to fight through Kota. But Kota didn't need to be so extra. Midoriya was trying to help him out and Kota kicked his balls. Like, really, bro? I mean, it was just extra. And after, I guess, it was okay. But Kota just really... Was Kota necessary? Did Kota make the anime any better? No, it just made it worse. It made it worse. Not as worse as it could be, because it would have been really, really bad if he wasn't... given any relevance, and he was given relevance in the end, it was okay, it was savable, but like little mistakes like that, like just little mistakes, little L's that they take, Kotel like that, and the characters in the training scene, like them training, a whole episode wasted on them trying to train and on useless like training scenes. I just want more of Midoriya thinking for himself. Even during the Kota situation, it was Midoriya trying to pull himself together and try to fight through all odds. I just want Midoriya, like when he threw the ball in the end of the first season and he used the tip of his finger to launch the ball out. I just want more things like that. That is really truly good anime. That's what made this anime stand out to me, not just hype. Him thinking through situations and them not having cringy dialogue would help too. Just like look back at the anime. Anytime that they were in the classroom, cringy dialogue, I just thought that they didn't really need that. And try to sit through that cringy, if that cringy dialogue, try to sit through it and watch it over and over again. It makes the anime not good. It makes it like a bad anime, and sometimes they save itself, but it's not bad. This anime isn't bad. In all, it's okay. But I would say that the hype is just the hype. I would say that it wouldn't go in my category of absolutely great anime. I would say that people shouldn't completely like give themselves up to defend this anime because it's just decent. I would give myself up to defend HXH, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, even Seven Deadly Sins. It's pretty good. Hasn't had the hype that this has had. Hasn't messed up as much as this, so I'm not really sure. But the beginning was it was really like unique. It was unique. The anime started out unique, and I feel like that's what people are looking for more into the anime. But those are my thoughts, and I hope this was a little better than the last episode. Last episode I was just really mad, and I'm sorry about that, guys. But thanks for watching always. So thank you.